Okay, Corey Hobbs here, back with another weekly tip to help you fuel your strength, nourish your future, and thrive. This week, I want to talk about fasting. So, fasting is a really hot topic, and really, fasting is actually going like days without food. When we think of fasting, we're thinking more time restricted eating, and this is just semantics from a research perspective. So, you can eat from X window and you don't eat from another window. Essentially, as we sleep, we're all fasting already. So if we look at, let's say you had dinner at 6, kitchen's shut down by 7. So if you any late night snacks, I guess. But so kitchen shut down by 7, doesn't open again till 7. That's a 12-hour fast right there. And if we are to dive into the research, the benefits typically start at about 12 or 14 hours. So really, if you were going to get into a fast, you wouldn't need much additional time. So maybe go for a morning walk. That extends it another 30 minutes, maybe 45 to make your coffee. And then you're already at 13, 14 hours. So you really don't need much in terms of fasting if you wanted to extend it. What I like to do with people, and I do for myself even, is like on days I know I'm not going to do much activity or it's not a strength training day, I'm not going to have anything crazy to recover from, still hit my protein goals, make it a more protein, fat, keto-ish day, and then take a really long fast. Like maybe I go from 7 the night before to 11 or 12, because then you get those extended benefits, and it's just a way to manage calorie intake. Because I mean, really, what are we thinking of in terms of fasting? Most people aren't doing it for just the health benefits. Most people are doing it because they want to look better. They want to lose weight. Hey, I'm right there with you. So in terms of how can we use it, we're going to use it in a way to make sure we're not overeating calories. So we're keeping our calorie intake lower so that we can get the benefits and therefore lose weight. So when we think of fasting, just think of it in that terms. It's always going to boil down to calories in, calories out. I know different foods interact differently in our bodies, and it's not always a calorimeter or however you say it in terms of like, oh, just burn this thing and it burns this many joules and that's how to get a calorie. It's not so simple, and fasting's not so cut and dry. So another thing to consider is if you're a woman, you should not be fasting. It doesn't mesh well with your natural cycle. All of that stuff is going to throw your period off, and your period is really another vital sign, which is a whole other topic we can get into. If you look at the research, it's done on men and postmenopausal women. So it's really important as we look into new topics to look at the population that a specific study was done on, because it might not be applicable to you. Like I work with athletes here, certain stuff might not be good for them. Fasting is definitely not good for them. So I'm fighting that. Like we got to eat breakfast. We got to eat breakfast. So just something to consider. If you're strength training, definitely you want to eat breakfast. Fasted cardio, maybe if it's lower intensity, but if you're doing HIIT, yeah, you want to have breakfast because you want those glycogen stores, the muscles, the sugar, all that fuels the body to be topped off. So if we're to break it down, fasting can be good, cannot be good. It just depends on how we use it. So make sure we're already in a window. So shut the kitchen down at 7, open it at 7, whatever you need. Get that 12 hours for you. If you're having a low activity day, or maybe you're going on a road trip or something, I don't know, that's a good day to fast, unless you're a woman. Women should not be fasting. They just shouldn't. It's really that simple. So I hope that helps. Again, these videos have been fun for me, so I hope you're enjoying them as well. I'll see you next week.